Jolly.
Busy.
I know.
But happy.
It's always fun.
Is that the Google Glass?
It is! Yes! It makes me feel... I don't know how I feel usually when I'm wearing it.
It kind of looks like Vegeta's glasses, like
Yeah.
when he's trying to detect, like, you know, the power levels.
I'm just waiting for, like, facial recognition, because that's going to be awesome, like, walking down the street, I'm like, oh, no.
It's going to be just like the Terminator.
Yeah, she's reading all her specs right now. I'm like, oh gosh, she knows what I did last night.
No! Yeah, it's oh... But the weird part is I'll be talking to someone.
She looks at me.
No, I know.
Clicks.
And then, like, something will start happening, so you completely will just start, like, looking up. It's like, hi, I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm like, oh, sorry, glass is asking for attention. Yeah, it's, oh, my calendar just showed up. But it is weird talking to people with it, because they assume that it's filming, and then you have to, obviously, set it to record. People are afraid of it. It's fine.
So maybe we get a complete introduction, please?
Yes. Hello, I'm Justine, and I'm working with Hardwired and AOL, so we do this show called Hardwired. It's all about wearable technology, and I have a YouTube channel, Twitter, of course, obviously everybody loves their social networking, but I worked with Hardwired and AOL and Stan Lee, who was mentoring me to become a superhero. So the show is all about wearable tech, so we decided to take all of this wearable tech that we've done from the show and turn it into a superhero costume. So we created sort of a comic book, and the costume will be debuting at, I can give you one, at the panel today. And it's going to have a Verizon hotspot. We have all of the wearable tech. We have LEDs, we'll have GPS. Of course, they wanted to put a gun, but I was like, no. We need an Xbox controller because the wave of the future here. So I'll be wearing the Google Glass and everything that we've kind of, all the pieces from episodes that we shot at Hardwired, we've kind of integrated it into the costume. And of course, Stan Lee to mentor me on how to be a superhero. So, yeah, you guys can
Thank you.
a couple of those. Thank you. So fun.
Thank you. I am Cajun, skewed and reviewed out of Seattle. Would you consider Nerf weaponry for the cosplayer female? Would you accessorize Nerf weaponry into your costumes?
I mean,
They're trying to get high tech nowadays. That's why.
yeah. I mean, oh jeez. I think that actually would be kind of cool. I mean, for me, I was like, okay, I don't want to have any actual weapons, but doing sort of. I mean, I love video games, and that's pretty much what I spend most of my life doing. So I was like, let's do the controller, really the place for my Nintendo DS, and everything. So I mean, that was kind of the route that we went.
I'm Tish with Geek Smash. I asked this question at a panel earlier, but I would like to know, what does geek mean to you?
You know, when I was younger, growing up, and people would call me a geek, it kind of had a negative connotation, but now, I feel like it's cool to be a geek. I mean, I grew up playing video games. I went to LAN parties, and people were like, oh, you're so, like, that girl, she didn't go to prom, she went and played Unreal Tournament and Quake at the LAN. Like, who does that? Well, I did, and that wasn't cool, but now that is cool. So for me, I think it just kind of encompasses everything. It doesn't necessarily have to be computers or anything, it's just like that passion that you have. I think it encompasses all of that.
And do you think geek is a temporary trend, or do you think geek is actually going to progress from here on? It'll be something that's solidified and accepted?
I think it will be. I mean, I feel like it's definitely more accepted, and what's cool for me is a lot of my audience that watches my stuff are younger girls who, you know, may have been afraid to, hey, I want to be a computer programmer because that's not cool, that's too geeky. But now I think it's an accepted thing, and I think it's great because I love seeing like these women just, hey, I'm going to go become a professional gamer. I'm a girl, I'm proud, I'm going to be a programmer, and they do, and it's amazing. Thank you.
I'm from the Organization for Transformative Work, so we focus on fanishness and basically protecting fan rights. Before you started to move into this whole, world where Stanley is, mentoring you and you're getting more support, when you were doing it more independently, were you having any legal issues or problems with anybody for any of the stuff that you wanted to cover, things you wanted to have access to or showcase?
I mean, so it's interesting because a lot of the stuff that I've done myself, we just kind of would go and do it, and if we got yelled at, we would deal with it after. So working with like bigger corporations, I mean, they definitely have legal teams that kind of help clear things before you do it. but I feel like when you're doing things independently, you just kind of do it and cross your fingers and hope for the best. So it definitely does help to be protected and have someone say, yes, you can do this. But sometimes, I mean, I gotta get that shot, you gotta get that shot.
Do you miss that kind of independence, or has it made any impact on sort of what your creative control is at this point?
I mean, I definitely do try to think about that because, I mean, what I am putting out is all public, everyone sees it, so I'm trying to be even just very careful about not having copyright music, trying to keep logos to a minimum, because, I mean, it is, like, people are very sensitive about that stuff, so I guess you kind of have to sort of balance it, because you don't want to upset too many people.
You guys, last questions, okay? I'm curious if you have any advice or just thoughts in general. You being a geek girl, there's a lot of strange, like, discrimination within the realm of geek girls in general. And
yeah, it kind of sucks most of the time because, like, I mean, especially being in the video game industry, I mean, I always say I came out of my mom basically, like, wanting to play video games, and people think they're like, oh, you're making this up, like, it's not real, you're faking it just for the sake of, like, why would I do that? Why would I spend my entire life?
I think they don't get that there are geek girls out there who look good, who are still geeks, but don't understand that that's possible.
It's so hard, and I think I feel like it's human nature to honestly see someone and just judge them. When you, like, actually get to know people, when you see, like, honestly, my passion is video games. I mean, I have I will not leave home without my Nintendo DS. It's like, I have to get my Mii's, I have to play my Animal Crossing, and I mean, the amount of hours that I have logged in Call of Duty, it's more than most of my guy friends. They're like, okay, you do have a problem. So, I mean, just being able to kind of stand up and be like, you know what, I love what I love. If you don't appreciate it, fine, I'm still going to do it anyway. Go ladies!
Awesome.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.